and gentlemen, a warning. The show you are about to see is not for the faint of heart. It is a tale of intrigue and deception and murder most foul. If you are weak of heart, we beg of you, take leave of the theater now before the events unfold before you. Please do not take liberty with your bodily welfare. There are gentlemen at the exits, both of them, who will take you from your seats and to the arms of a waiting, albeit unlicensed, physician. Do not let your blood be on our hands. The events you are about to see have not been scripted, except, of course, this opening speech. Don't ask us what's going to happen. We have no idea. You have been warned.
10 little indigenous people met ready to die. One fell from a wire. And then there were 9. 9 little indigenous people questioned their fate. One filled up with poison. And then there were 8. 8 little indigenous people cried out to heaven. One fought a bear. And then there were 7. 7 little indigenous people carried candlesticks. One caught the candle's flame. And then there were 6. 6 little indigenous people fought to stay alive. One was stabbed by a blowgun. And then there were 5. When we last left our story, General Llewellyn Watersford Smith said,
"People, one fact is perfectly clear. We're all murderers, and we're being murdered by a murderer.
And now we return to 10 little indigenous people of America.
A murdering murderer?
A murderer of murderers.
Why, that's disgusting. How dare he or she?
Yes, you see this?
Not only that, General, there's one of us in this room.
Exactly. You see, this killer of killers has one advantage. Mystery. We don't know who he or she is.
But he knows who we are, and I'll prove it to you. I'll get something from back here. We've been farming these dolls with initials on them.
It's true.
GC, Georgie Ciccarelli. L, Lively. HL, Helmut Lieber. DD, Dolores Danvers, the actress.
Wait a minute. How do you know those initials stand for those people? They could mean totally other things, like deliriously delicious.
Hang on! Wait.
Here is AF.
Oh, Frank.
No, you idiot.
I'm not stupid.
It was the priest. The priest.
You don't even remember.
And exactly what I was going to say. That's amazing. What?
Look, it's as if this is some kind of sick play, and we're in the third act, okay? I have to be. I'm the least likable of us.
Listen.
Well, that would be okay with me.
Listen. If one of us is the murderer, then we're here, all of us, right now. So why don't we just all stay in this room until help can arrive?
Stay in this room with a murderer? It could be days. It could be weeks. Who knows with the weather the way it is?
Yes, but we do have the advantage. You see, we outnumber the killer greatly.
That's right.
Right! So let's get him! Now!
Well, who are we going to get? Well, you said that it was a him.
Or a her? I've been thinking about it. I can't imagine why the killer would have chosen to stab the priest with a blowgun as opposed to blow darting him.
Well, you're a doctor. You understand people's anatomies better than others. Perhaps you know the most vulnerable spot of a person to stab them in.
I do. It's roughly this area.
I would have thought it was the head.
I've also been wondering why Georgie Ciccarelli wasn't just hit with the blunt end of the candlestick. Instead, she was set on fire.
That's obvious. She was wearing lots of hairspray. The killer obviously knew that.
Well, I'm not convinced. I'm going upstairs to have a look at those bodies. Wow. And I'll be back once I know more.
I'm not gonna let him go alone up there. He might try to kill them.
No, don't go!
Wait, you!
Mr. McDinnis.
I'm not staying in this room with one of you murderers. I'm off to go and find something interesting. Anyone wants to join me? Now's your chance, General.
I'm going to. I'm not going to wait around until there's a figure that has the initials MGLW-S on it.
Well, I'm not going to stay here with a wanderer and a murderer who lies. No, really? Yes, really. Watch me walking out the door here.
We journey up to the attic, where the bodies have been laid out. 5 dead people. Actually, 4. Dolores Denver is burned horribly and is at the bottom of the cliff. We see as the doctor has just finished taking a look at the bodies.
Made a grisly discovery.
One of their hands has been removed.
Yes.
Which body?
Well, it was Lively's.
It looks
He's
like
not so lively anymore.
No.
No, I had to remove his hand to check the course of the poison through his veins. Hold on. I don't actually need this. He's already dead.
You're not a very good doctor, are you?
McDinnis, I have a confession to make. I've lost a lot of patience in my time.
Well, all of us lose patience from time
That's
to time.
not what I meant. My years working for the government. I should treat that with more respect. I realize it. I apologize. There we go.
Yeah, you should at least be on the couch.
My years working for the government. Seen a lot of death. Had to do a lot of things that make a grown man very unhappy.
Yeah. Well, you know, war is hell and all that.
Yes, war is hell. McDinnis, let me give you a little bit of an examination.
All right. Just do it from the safe distance, all right?
I'll do it from here. This is where I have to get.
All right.
Can't actually hear you talk. Oh, much better. Your heart is racing, McDinnis.
Yeah, I'm nervous. We're in a house with a murderer.
Or are you the murderer?
I would be calm and collected if I was the murderer.
Or would you pretending to be calm and collected and really not be at all?
I'm not stupid.
I don't think it's actually you, McDinnis. I wouldn't have let you come up here with me, just the two of us, if I did. Well, especially with you having 2 knives and me having left the blowgun in the other room.
Well, yeah, but you had all those deadly poisons and the intimate knowledge of the human body,
That's
unlike
correct.
I even do. Now, I have to say, I don't think it's you either, Doctor. I think you're too incompetent to kill people.
I'll take that in the nicest way possible.
I mean, when you try to save them, sure they die, but I can't imagine what would happen if you tried to kill them.
Make dinners.
Well, live a long, happy life.
Make dinners.
Yes, Doctor.
There's one thing in common with all of these murders that I think you'll find no one has yet mentioned.
Sure, what is it?
It doesn't take a man's hand to set a trap or poison a glass.
Right.
Or even to stab someone with a bamboo stick. In fact, if done correctly.
Yeah, I see where you're going with
Or to
this.
set one on fire, a woman's hair on fire. Wouldn't take a man's hand, nor to train a bear.
That's true, and only a woman would think that you would stab someone with a bamboo stick.
As opposed to blowing them with
Yeah.
a dart.
Meanwhile, Rick Zawicki and Doris Mayflower have made their way up to his room. It has been a long, long day, even though the day is only halfway done. They tried to kill them, but they're still alive. But there are many secrets that this woman has. Will she reveal them to the man she professes to love?
Alright, they don't want to stay in the great room, fine.
As
We'll
long as
stay
I'm
here.
with you, Rick, I feel safe.
Me too.
Oh, Rick. Rick, I need to tell you something. You love me, right?
Of course.
You trust me, right?
Of course.
And no matter what happens, you'll stick by my side.
Of course.
Rick, you might want to sit down for this.
No. I told you I would stick by your side, no matter what. Go ahead, out with it.
Okay. Rick, I am not Doris Mayflower.
Dear God! What? Who are you?
My real name is, it's Nina Buttersworth. Everything that I've told everybody else, everything that I've said to everybody it's a lie. I can't help it. I lie a lot. I've never been happy with who I am. I've always been Nina Buttersworth, the funeral director, who was always boring and never had a life. I never liked myself. Until one night, a body came to me that needed to be prepared for her burial. She came in and she was cold and stiff. Her name was Doris. I was getting ready to put the needles in her and the embalming fluid, but then all of a sudden her fingers started to twitch. Her hands started to shake. And then her eyes opened up and she sat up and save me. She whispered to me. And as she dropped back down, I didn't know what to do. She just looked around all confused and I just stared back at her and all I could do was squeeze her.
You killed her?
No, I didn't know what I was doing. It just came so easy. I didn't even think about it. Yes, I killed her. But she was already dead. I just continued it. That's all I did. Well, anyways, part of her valuables that were with her was a diary. My goodness, the life that she lived was just so interesting. I had to be Doris Mayflower. So that's how I ended up here. She had an invitation to her 3rd grade school reunion, and I was like, gee, people I could meet and be friends with. Are you mad at me?
Doris.
Nina.
You lied trusted you.
But I love you. All that I said to you is true. My love, my heart is yours.
I thought I trusted you. Now, you could very well be the murderer.
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Meanwhile, Harry Worthington Son III, while looking for something interesting, finds the library, along with Major General Llewellyn Wadsworth Smith.
General,
Yes.
would you like a fag?
It's been a long time, but okay. Oh, yes, that's how I remember it. Oh.
Well, General, I have to confess, I really wasn't bringing you here to look for something interesting after all.
Oh, God, yes, this is how it went last time.
What I brought you here was to ask you something and perhaps propose a bargain with you. You're a man of war,
Yes?
a man of death, if you will.
Yes.
Comes quite easy for you.
Yes.
I noticed that you haven't really been too upset about all the dying and death here.
Yes, it's part of the game, really. You know.
Game?
Yes, that combat, mono and all that. Sent thousands of men to their deaths, sometimes on a whim, sometimes under orders, yes, but...
Another 11 really wouldn't bother you, would it?
You mad?
General, I know you're the murderer. It has to be you. I'm not judging you.
Piece of talk!
Look, there's no need to play games with me. I'll help. We could kill the rest of these people and then we're off. Just you and I will get out of here. It's fine with me. I'm not going to tell anybody. Look, fine. So they found a life insurance policy made out to me from Dolores Danvers for $500 a year for the next 20 years. General, just make sure I get out of here alive. I'll endorse that over to you. Not a bad deal, is it?
Sir, you make me want to puke. What sort of man do you think I am? I want us all to get out, except the murderer person killing all of us. You're just a coward, that's what you are. Yes, you know, I would think you're the murderer, but I know you don't have it in you. Yes, I've served with your type before. We called them sailors.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Sorensen is sampling the wares of the ample liquor cabinet when Bob McDitters comes upon her.
Bob?
You've been drinking.
I was just about to start.
Oh. Well, good. I'm glad I caught you before you have started. I thought we should talk alone about what happened between us.
I agree, Bob. But would you care for something to drink?
That's what got me in trouble last time. The drink got to my brain and it overtook me. And I'm burning up inside.
What are you saying? That you didn't want to have 45 of the best minutes of my life in the linen closet? Is that what you were saying?
No. decision to start that. You know, alcohol. It clouded my judgment slightly. We're all in a horrible situation. Is it a time for romance? No. But I can't help it, Mrs. Sorensen. I have feelings for you, one or two, and they're very strong, stronger than even when my wife was alive.
Your wife is no longer alive?
No, I'm a widow.
Bob, I am from Sweden. We are very tolerant about that sort of thing.
Good. But, Mrs. Sorensen, I've opened the book to my heart and laid it on the dining room table for you to see. You tell me, is this a fool's errand I'm on? Delivering my heart to your heart on the road of hearts?
Bob, I want you to know that deep down inside, I really am a lady. I usually don't just give of myself like that.
I know, but it's desperate times.
My heart was bleeding from the death of my son, and I felt so much pain, and you relieved my pain for just a few long minutes.
Mrs.
Bob.
Mrs. Sorensen, what is your first name?
My name is Signy.
All right, Mrs. Sorensen.
Meanwhile, Dr. Chance Goodlove is just cleaning up from the grisly task that was at hand when Rick Zwicky comes to him for advice. Advice about women, one particular woman.
Doctor.
Yes? Zwicky?
Thought I might find you here.
Yes, well, I said I was going to be up here earlier. I haven't left.
That's why I thought you would be here. Doctor, listen.
Something seems to be troubling you.
Something is, Doctor.
Care for a drink?
No.
Cigarette? No. Might aid the respiration.
I don't care. I don't trust any of you anymore. What says you aren't the killer?
Nothing, I suppose.
Anyway. Doctor?
Yes? It's your play, Zwicky. You've come to see me. Take your time.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes. Yes, I have. I was in love the moment I got here. And then she died after I unsuccessfully tried to make love to her.
Well, listen. Besides that,
Sorry, probably more information than you were looking for. Short answer is yes, I have been in love. Rick?
I think I'm in love too. Was. Doris.
Doris? Nina. Nina?
I don't know!
Yes, it's all very confusing.
Miss Mayflower.
Right.
She lied.
She did. What did she tell you?
told me she stole Doris Mayflower's identity.
So the diary was true. Did she also confess to murder?
Yes.
Yes? Amazing. Fascinating. Extraordinary.
Doctor, what do I do?
Well, we'll have to kill her then.
What?
Meanwhile, Dolores is in her room, crying, her sobs echoing throughout the hall and falling on the ears of one Harry Worthington's son III. What could he possibly want from a girl in song?
$500 a year for the next 20 years, why, you'd be set.
But why is the general holding it? Why would he hold something like that from you?
I asked him to hold it.
Why would you ask him to do that? Do you trust him? Are you in cahoots with the general too?
Why are you turning this around on me? Look, dear, don't get caught up with that little drifter. Twisting you around like a little doll. You need a man of experience to shepherd you around.
Why should I trust you?
Because I'm a theater producer, that's why. Who else are you gonna trust?
Producers are slimy and sneaky. They're always up to something. I can see it in your eyes.
All right. Go along with your little charade. I know you're the killer, and as long as I stick with you, I'm fine, right? And when we get out of here, I'll be a perfect alibi. A strange, ratted man came and did it all. You and I will go off and into the sunset. Live together happily with our $500 a year stipend.
Happily?
Well, unhappily. We can make a charade for the rest of the society. I'll have my dalliances and you can have yours.
So what if you're the killer?
If
Would
I
you let me live?
If I were the killer, darling, you'd ought to be dead.
Meanwhile, Bob McDitters and Mrs. Sorensen lie in bed in the afterglow of another glorious few minutes.
Tighten my tie back up.
Was that the euphemism for let's do it again?
Well, it certainly could be. It's certainly a fantastic way to take my mind off of this, murdering situation we're in.
Bug, we have to get out of here. We have to get out of here alive.
You're right, you're right. But I know there's one other person we can trust, the doctor. I had a talk with him, and I believe he's just too incompetent to kill anyone.
I was thinking the same thing.
Intentionally, I mean.
He's the dumbest doctor I have ever met.
Yes, he is.
But what if it's an act?
Then, he's got us. That's admittedly a hole in my plan, yes.
I trust you, Bob.
I trust you, Signet.
Signy.
So you, me, and the doctor, we'll just lock everyone in a room and make our escape.
But the tram is broken. We cannot get down the side of the hill unless we use rappelling ropes or something like that.
Well, sooner or later, someone's bound to come from town and check on us, right?
Not necessarily, Bub.
Okay, you're finding a lot of holes in my plan, it's true. But we've got to do something. I mean, the only other choice is if it's not me, you, or the doctor, why, it's one of the others, and we should kill them before they kill us. By kill, I mean restrain.
I don't know who you are anymore.
No, wait, sing me.
No, stay right there.
No, let me just get my mouth.
Major General Llewellyn Watersford Smith is still in the library contemplating the $500 a year inheritance when Wick Zwicky comes in looking for additional help. Apparently the doctor's not much for good advice.
General, you have to come help me. The doctor, he's mad. He's gone mad. He's gonna kill Doris or Nina. Doris Mayflower.
My God, Doris! The daughter that I just discovered here. My illegitimate daughter!
What?
Oh, yes.
She's your daughter?
Well, yes, many years ago I met her mother, Mrs. Mayflower, and we sort of let nature take its course and all that. And my daughter's in danger. But, wait.
We've got to stop the doctor.
Right, I'm giving...
Where's your gun? Do you have that gun? That big elephant gun you had?
I left it in Doris's room. To Doris's room!
They hurry up to Doris's room and find Doris and Harry Worthington's son III.
Yes, it was a great party after all. I've got more stories if you want to hear them.
Doris! You stay away from her! What? Doris, we have to get you out of here right now. The doctor is coming to kill you.
Oh, no! I can't die!
We have to get out of here right now.
Take me anywhere but here.
She's not safe with him. General, why don't you shepherd her out?
You shut up, Worthington's son. Come on, Doris. Come on.
Illegitimate daughter, did you see where the gun went?
I'll stay after her.
I'm glad they're gone. I'm sure you've had enough time to think about our deal.
Yes.
What's this?
It's the lively's passport. Russian, yes.
Well, and what's this?
Where's my invitation?
I had a struggle. What was... I found this gun. Where's Mayflower?
I'm just following these two because I trust them.
They head to the great room, fearing for Doris's life, or Nina Buttersworth's life. The rest of them follow suit, running after them, trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
I'll stop.
Here they are down here.
Stay back!
They're where? He's got a chair. He's got a chair.
All right, put it down.
I took the shortcut.
Be careful! He's got the cigarette and it's lit!
He's on our side.
That's right. I'm one of the good ones. Get up, you little scamp.
Oh dear. Okay.
All right. Okay, no, it's not all right. People are being killed.
Yeah, and you're the most likely suspect since you admitted murder, as did a lot of other people. But
Nonetheless,
we're focused
we've
on
chosen you.
And isn't it convenient we haven't heard from our host in so long?
Doctor, please. No, please, no, we're not giving you the gun, and stay away from that chair.
Yeah.
Look, everybody's guilty here of something. Everybody has dark secrets.
I haven't done nothing.
That's right. Everyone has confessed to a murder or has been outed except you, McTiddus.
I'm not saying anything. Just a traveling salesman, that's all, in the wrong place.
It isn't quite true, is it, Mrs. Sorensen?
But
Oh,
it's okay.
it was a moment of passion. I didn't mean it. It wasn't the truth.
I know. It's okay. You can tell them.
What do you know, you old maid? Spit it out.
Are you talking to me? Oh, no.
Why, when I get out of here, I'm suing you.
He's alive, but just barely. Someone help me with this incredibly heavy suit of armor. I'll shake him a lot, wouldn't we? Live, damn it, live! Live!
Doctor, you're not helping.
Doctor, try to kill him. Try to kill him.
Wait, he's got a little bit of life left. Talk, boy.
Who did it? Who pushed the iron thing on you?
He's pointing at one of us.
Who is it? Worse than diabolical. If there is something worse than diabolical, it's murder.
Try a diabolical.
With the young, broken body of poor Rick Zwicky placed upstairs in the attic with the others, everyone else gathers in the great room. It is nightfall. The sun is dipping down for the second time, and they are no better off than they were the last time the lights went out.
A toast.
He's in the attic.
A toast to Mr. Zwicky.
Well, I guess he's not the murderer.
I take back everything I said about the poor boy. He had a bright future.
He did.
I mean, theoretically, it's possible he loosened it himself and committed suicide, but I doubt it.
How could you say that? Rick Zwicky was a good man. The only man that ever loved me.
And you wanted it to end that way. To go out on a laugh, right? A man to go out loving you.
Which brings us back to our earlier suspicion.
The Black Widow!
What's so wrong about wanting to be loved?
I'll tell you what's wrong. You getting away with not telling us your murder!
I have not! I didn't kill anybody!
Right, so then you must be the murderer.
No!
She killed,
I killed a lot of people!
Look, there's been a horrific event in my life, sure. Terrible. Altering my life in many ways that I can't possibly describe to you.
Well, you had better spit it out or there's going to be another.
Otherwise, you could tell it, you gorgeous younger woman.
Bub, as you know, is a very talented salesman.
In English, please.
I am speaking English, doctor.
My mistake.
I'm a talent salesman. She was right. Why, in the 30s, I was at the top of my game, the number one, the top gun. I did it all. I sold anything. Sticks of butter, axle grease, that kind of stuff, especially. But
Door to door.
door to door, that's right.
Not knowing what was behind every door to door.
It's true. Every door was a mystery. Every door I knocked on, I could be greeted by someone who didn't want to buy what I was selling.
Until you knocked on the wrong door, isn't that right, McDidus?
It's true.
When he found the very
Go on, continue.
Why, I did knock on the wrong door. I was in Mapleville, Illinois, and it was a 2-story house, beautiful, but rambling and crumbling. And I knocked on that door and laid eyes.
Your wife?
Yes, I laid eyes on my wife.
In the negligee. If I heard the story.
Well, you're fast forwarding a little bit. Yes. I did. I laid eyes on her. We were instantly in love and attracted to each other while we were being in love. And we were married not a week later. It was a deep love, a deep, strong love.
All right, just get to the murder.
Sorry. But you see, I traveled so much. I left her alone in that house, and I became horribly jealous. I locked the door when I left, and I was gone on a trip once for a week. When I'd come back, she'd gone completely mad. So I had to lock her up again.
It only makes sense.
Yes, I didn't want to be cruel to other people.
And it's not your fault that she was too stupid to unlock the door from the inside and let her come out for food.
Well, yes, I also sold locks that locked the other way. Why, when I came back from the second trip, she was hanging from the rafters.
You caused her to kill herself.
She did it herself only because I tortured her mentally.
It's reverse. It's reverse murder. It's just as bad as regular murder.
No, I didn't mean to do anything, but it's been tearing me up inside. I'm glad you all know. I'm glad!
Well, join the club. Now you're one of us.
See, so I am guilty. I'm not the murderer of you guys.
All right, so it's established that we're all murderers. There's only one thing left to do.
We all kill ourselves.
You whores! Let's all go to our rooms, put on our pajamas, and lock our doors.
I can't be in a locked room anymore.
I will go with you, Bob. And I will take the most dangerous weapons in the
That goes outside. We gotta go this way.
Well, looks like that leaves the other pairs. Doris, can I walk you to your room?
Yes, that would be grand of you.
Was that a scream? Looks like it's just you and me, General.
Yes.
help me carry the sofa upstairs? Well, to hell with it, I've got a gun. Damn it, General! I can't take it anymore. Someone's killing us, and I'm pretty upset. If that wasn't clear by my shouting. And I don't think it's you. I don't know why I don't think it's you, General, but I don't. I didn't think it was McDinners before, but now I do. Now I think it's maybe him, or a woman. I don't know. And not you. General, I suggest you and I work together. We're the only ones that make any sense in this whole crazy house.
Oh, crazy world, yes. Well,
let's find that killer. Sorry. Oh, that's gross. I've had rubber gloves, but I'm taking the gloves off this time.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Doctor.
Yes?
Keep your wits about you, your gun loaded. God and Queen help us. We'll live to see this through.
Will they manage to make it through the night without another death? We will find out next week on 10 Little Indigenous Peoples of